Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, we find a way to win, we find a way to lose. So listen, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. You won't get boring content. Boom! Man, Conor Benn is out here calling out Jaron Boots Ennis again. Because Conor Benn sees that Jaron Boots Ennis has an IBF strap, and Conor Benn wants a piece of the action. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is the uniqueness of that call out. It's Conor Benn can actually get a shot at Jaron Boots Ennis. You know why? Because money talks and bullcrap walks. Let me tell you something. If Eddie Hearn really wants to make that fight with the secret society, the key decision makers, the money that Eddie Hearn has behind Conor Benn, they can give Jaron Boots Ennis his highest payday to make a fight with Conor Benn. Now, I'm going to tell you this is my opinion. I don't think Conor Benn is ready for Jaron Boots Ennis. Okay? Conor Benn can fight. It doesn't matter what we think about him and clomiphene and, the contaminated chicken eggs and all that. It doesn't matter what we think, right? The bottom line is he can fight. But my concern is, my man, he's fighting at 147, or he's fighting at 154, he's fighting at 160. He's all over the spectrum as far as the weight division he wants to fight in. So I just can't see how that's a good thing if you're fighting at 160, you're fighting at 154, then you're fighting at 147. I don't see how that can be good for your body. Okay, so when I look at that, I'd have to be concerned about Conor Benn going in against Jaron Boots Ennis. Plus, there's like 4 to 5 inches difference in height, and the same thing when it comes to reach. Is a serious disparity when it comes to reach and height. So when you got a guy like Jaron Boots Ennis, who is no kidding, a true definition of a boxer puncher, and he can brawl, he can do everything. But he's going to keep the fight to where he has an advantage. And I just see him picking Conor Benn apart and eventually dropping the hammer on him. Now, for those of you who are saying, nah, we don't see that happening. Well, I'll tell you what, you may not think it's happening because you're a Conor Benn fan and you just feel that Conor Benn can do no wrong and no one can beat Conor Benn. And I'm not telling you you're wrong for how you're feeling. But what I will say is, let's not take it to the stupid. Because the fact is this, Jaron Boots Ennis' dad said back earlier this year when that conversation came up about Conor Benn fighting Jaron Boots Ennis, he killed that. He killed that with the quickness. He was like, nah, we're not going to fight somebody where we don't know that it's a level playing field. And remember, that's Bozy Ennis is Jaron Boots' dad as well as his trainer. He's not going to sit there, man, and look at... He's not gonna be quick to put his son in there with Conor Benn. I'll put it to you like that. This is no longer February, March, April time frame. We're here towards the end of the year. Maybe his stance on fighting Conor Benn may have changed, or maybe he's willing to at least have a discussion. Because remember, Jaron Boots Ennis has been inactive for quite some time. You're not fighting, you're not getting paid. So if Eddie Hearn, who's a very, very shrewd businessman and has a very high IQ when it comes to negotiating and appealing to fighters' interests and desires, and Eddie Hearn may be the guy to try to make that fight. The problem is Jaron Boots Ennis is going to have some mandatories, so I can't see him being able to go straight at Conor Benn. But what I'll tell you is right now for the IBF, as far as the racket stack, the number 1 and number 2 positions are vacant. So, I mean, anything can happen. The number 3 is Cody Crowley. So, anything can happen, all right? Where Conor Benn all of a sudden ends up, ranked somewhere where a lot of us believe he shouldn't be. But that being said, it sounds like Jaron Boots Ennis is it sounds like it's pretty much a done deal from what I'm gathering for him and Mario Barrios to get it on. So we'll see. But the thing that it doesn't even shock me anymore. It just makes me laugh is the narrative that a concentric few are trying to spin is that Jaron Ennis is putting duck sauce on the fried rice and he doesn't want to fight Conor Benn because he's afraid. To that, I got to say, for those who feel that way, that I kindly request, in the most respectful way, that you'll hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. Jaron Ennis is putting duck sauce on the fried rice. He's afraid to fight Conor Benn. Y'all, come on now. Jaron Ennis, he doesn't strike me as a guy who's worried about anybody in his weight division or a weight division above. Okay, so let's just kill that noise right now. That being said, let's see what happens. But for Conor Benn and what's next for him, I just think Eddie Hearn's gonna have a tough time making fights. He can make a Eubank fight. He may be able to make some other fights out there with UK fighters. But as far as trying to get Conor Benn for that crossover appeal and to really come into the States and break, it's like they say when they talk about different soca artists and reggae artists, they're trying to bust, like they're trying to come out here with this song and bust in America, you know what I mean? For Conor Benn, for them to come and bust Conor Benn in America, I just think it's an uphill battle. But we'll see. That being said, y'all keep cool. That IBF belt, got some people calling out Boots Ennis now. That's a good thing. But we'll see what he does. We'll see what the IBF does and what the Secret Society, what they have planned for Jaron Boots Ennis. But I just don't think Conor Benn is going to be able to get that fight. It just doesn't sound like Jaron Boots Ennis Pops wants anything to do with Conor Benn because they don't trust him. Here's what it is. In the breeze.